thanks for coming to this presentation about Superhero Wallet. I'm Paolo Bernewitz, I'm the product owner of Superhero Wallet. I want to give you a little introduction to it, if you're not familiar with it already, and take you a bit on a journey that we went through in the last 3 months, and as well give you a little lookout on what's upcoming. So yeah, Superhero Wallet. First of all, get it yourself. Go to wallet.superhero.com, get a copy. It's free. You can have it in the browser extension, web wallet, and also on your mobile phones on Android and on the App Store, Apple App Store. It's yeah, open source, non-custodial wallet for the Æternity blockchain, where you can receive, send, store tokens and AE. Get a copy yourself. The agenda of this presentation is, I want to give you a little introduction, state you the state of the app before our release of 1.0, explain a bit why we did this update, take you through the release process, give you a demo, and show you what we planned for the next months. So yeah, the state of the app, like a week ago. This is what we had. You can see a couple screens here. Probably a lot of you are familiar with it. This is how it looked for quite a while. Yeah, it's non-custodial app. You can send, receive AE in it. Also AX9 standard token. Additionally, we have a tipping feature, meaning that you are able to tip URLs of your favorite content creators online. So let's say you watch a YouTube video or a Twitter post that you really like and you want to support the creator, or a blog post that you enjoyed and you know you want to tip the creator. You can just paste that URL into the tipping field and you're able to tip this creator peer-to-peer. And we're not taking any fees for it. That's only the network fee, which is less than a cent per transaction. But everything else goes directly to the creator, and he's able to claim it also inside of our wallet. Additionally, there's integration with AENS, meaning that's Æternity's naming system. So the .chain names, as you can see one here, the trooper.chain as an example. It's basically a human-readable domain, like a username that you can set and claim yourself, first of all, and then set to a pointer. It can be pretty much anything, but the most common one is to just point it to your wallet address. This way, this becomes basically like an alias for your very long and not readable chain name, as you can see below there. So instead of handing that out to people, you can just give them, mine, for example, Paolo superhero.chain, and you're able to receive funds with that instead of this long address. That was the state of it. Why did we decide to do an update then? Sounds nice, right? We received a lot of feedback, collected feedback internally, but also from our users outside of the company. And we got this feedback that people are really overwhelmed by the UI. And this one quote is, somebody said, the app feels like a rocket rocket ship control center, so lots of buttons and dials, and you feel like a bit, like you could do a lot of things, but also a bit overwhelmed. So the UI was overwhelming, especially for new users who just wanted to learn something about Æternity, use basic functionalities like receiving, sending, getting AE. So we made ourselves a task to improve that, to simplify the UI, to make onboarding easier for new users, and to improve processes. The process. Basically, we took Superhero Wallet out of maintenance mode as it was for a couple of months and started to assemble a team again. We received quite some support from management, so we were also able to extend the team to 11 people that we are right now, which was quite a ride. We had to obviously onboard the people in a process. We had set ourselves the conference, which is now as the time where we wanted to release the new update. So we had 3 months from basically start of only the maintenance team to have like a completely new-fledged UI. And also, in the meantime, I don't know if you have visited the Keno's presentation about the DEX, but also the DEX release was in that time frame, where obviously Superhero Wallet is also a key part of it, as you connect your wallet with the DEX directly to swap on the DEX tokens. And so we made that the first priority, to be DEX ready. So to have the transactions that you do on the DEX like visible in your wallet and categorized as such, so that you understand what you're doing there and how you interact with the DEX way better. So we made this our first priority, but also lots of lessons learned in that time. Because, for example, with this one, we were not specifying the tasks too well, so those tasks kept growing on us and becoming way bigger than we planned it to be, and suddenly we noticed, okay, we're somewhat in sprint 4 of 7 possible sprints before the conference, and we haven't even started really on the UI update. So yeah, it's been a ride, lots of things learned. We improved our transparency in general, like we basically what we understood or learned is that we can only be so transparent to the community and to our stakeholders if we are transparent to ourselves as well. So we have to understand first how we move, what our velocity is, how we can, how quickly we can develop things. And this process was very much helped by Danilo, our new Scrum Master, who taught us a lot and took us into this agile process to, not just me being the product owner of Superhero Wallet, but everybody being like part of the owning and doing part of the owning and management themselves. So that's what we did here. You can see the awesome team, or part of it at least, in one of our retros where we were drawing cars to express how the sprint went. And then finally we made it. We of course had to do a lot of cutbacks and reshuffle with and juggle with prioritizations to meet what we planned, but we were able to meet it. It's released, as you may know, as I already told. We made it in time, but also keep in mind that for sure there's a lot more coming. For example, names will be way better improved. Currently it's just moved to the new place. We were finally able to release 1.0. And with that, a couple new cool things that I want to show you right in the wallet. So, is this big enough? Could be bigger. Anyway, I will just open the web wallet then. Sorry. This looks better. Okay, so this is the new dashboard that we have. You are greeted by your first account card, your first account. But now we also introduced multiple accounts. So you're now able to finally have sub-accounts to account as many as you want. And you can just add them here, and then you're able to navigate through them. At the bottom, we introduced the dashboard that, as mentioned, was the plan to have it, especially for new users, very cleaned up and easy to find what they're searching for. So, for example, if you don't have AE yet when you generate your wallet, you most likely want to be able to receive one or some from your friends or whoever, or buy AE. So we made it more obvious and explained what you're actually doing there. Also pointed user to the naming system as mentioned. We simplified a lot. This is the receive screen, where you're now also able to request pretty much any token or coin and the amount of it in your QR code as well. The tipping and sending feature that I was talking about, so to tip URLs and other content creators, but also to just send, make a transfer to a chain name or to somebody else, is now basically unified. So before it was like 3 taps in our wallet, now it's just one single flow that basically adopts whatever you enter into the recipient field. So you can enter address, chain name, or a URL in there, and then it basically becomes a tip. You're also able to scan QR code, and it will be propagated in there with the request that somebody may do. So specific amount can be in there, or the specific token that somebody want to request. We also introduced the max feature, so finally we have it in here that you can send a complete balance of your AE. It will also deduct the transaction fee, so that's great if you don't want to leave like a couple fraction of a token in your account, but really want to clean it up. So yeah, that got unified. Additionally, we introduced a completely new account screen where you have, again, like shortcuts at the top, so to receive, send, and to buy through Simplex. And also our DEX has an integration here now, so you can jump to the DEX right away and swap your tokens there. You have an overview over all your assets, meaning AE and all your other tokens that you're holding in your wallet. On this account, you will see the transactions that you can filter by in, outgoing, and also by DEX transactions. Also, you're able to search for specific transaction. Additionally, as mentioned, we have names. This one isn't updated yet, so that's still the old flow. There's a lot that we want to improve. We're currently working on this, so stay tuned. It will definitely be released fairly soon. We want to rework a lot around auto extension and so on, and setting pointer, because this is not clear to everybody when they start using it. That's why I want to give you like a little introduction on how to do it, so you see it once and then are maybe able to do it easier yourself. Because I think if you're here on the conference, you should get yourself a .chain name, because that again is the best way to receive funds and to send things to others. So just go ahead and go to the names tab on your account card. The account card is opened by clicking on your account, the one that you want to use. Go to the names tab, go to register, and then you can enter a chain name. Let's say we want something like that. Then we have the option to select auto extend. That will initiate another contract. You sign another contract that basically auto updates your ownership after a year, because chain names also always expire after a year. And you have to have the wallet open, so that's why we have to explain it a bit more. There is some helper text there, but it's not that clear, so we will definitely improve this, promise. Also, to understand what's happening, why I'm choosing like a long chain name like this right now is because I want to use it right away. That's probably also what you want to do if you don't have a chain name and you want to use it during the conference. Get yourself one that is longer than 13 characters, because if it's shorter, we're doing something, we're sending it to an auction. That's also what you can do. You can go to the auctions and see what somebody else is trying to get at the moment. So we have, for example, master.chain at the moment, or somebody's bidding on Nakamoto.chain. If you think that's something you want to have, you can bid higher than 19.64 AE, and it might end up yours in 4 days. So if it's less than 13 characters, they go to auction. So you have to wait till that expires before it's yours if you're the highest bidder. Anyway, I wanted to claim one. You see the fee that you will be paying for this length. It's quite cheap, but it's still way more readable than your long address. So even if it's a longer chain name, I would highly recommend it anyway to do. You will see, I'm signing it here, pre-claim name. Confirmation, confirm again. Don't worry, sometimes you have to confirm, depending on what you do. If you do auto extends, you have to even confirm 3 times. Now you see that it's pending. This will take a couple of seconds. And then you can set it to your default name, which you also should do. Otherwise, you can always go to set pointer, which is here. And if it doesn't work with auto name because you have another name already, or it somehow bugs on us, then just copy your address from the top and set it as a pointer. And you're able, I have to confirm this of course again. And then you're able to have it as your default name. If it's set as a default name, it will also pop up on your account card. It will also pop up on superior.com on the social network. That's the best way to set it as a default. You can also set multiple chain names to the same account, or even to other accounts, and so on. The possibilities are endless. yeah, that's a quick tutorial for chain names, but I want to continue with our UI update. What we also improved is the more screen and settings screen. So we cleaned that up a lot because there were also a lot of requests that people were confused by the setup of it. Especially around settings, you can change your fiat currency around here, or your language. We don't have that many languages yet, but as I mentioned before, we're open source, so please go ahead and go to our repository. It's on the Æternity repository called Superhero Wallet, and there you can just make a pull request yourself and add a language, your favorite language that you want to use. This is a way you can contribute to Superhero Wallet. Another way is to just use our report a bug button in here, where you're forwarded to a form that gives you the possibility to report a bug. You're able to do this in like few steps only if you don't want to waste too much time or be super detailed if you want to be that detailed. Also, you can request features. So please go ahead, do this. If you want something in your wallet, this is the best way to do it, because yeah, if you add it here, it will end up in my inbox, it will end up in our backlog. This is the best way to actually get the result that you want, get the wallet that you want it to be. Please contribute. Yeah, what else? This is pretty much the update, the UI update. As mentioned, we had to prioritize things. So this is the main features, everything's working as expected, but we are still improving. So one big thing that we want to introduce now is like an updated dashboard that basically grows on you. So when you come to it the first time, it should look similar to this. Additionally, with the backup, your seed phrase button. But yeah, if you're already a regular user, you don't have to buy AE because you own your big backholder on AE anyway already, so you don't need to buy more, or maybe you would, but maybe using a different way. So we want this dashboard to grow on you, and another thing that will happen is as soon as you have a transaction, we want like a widget to be there that basically shows all your recent transactions. So not only transactions that are connected to one account, but to basically all of the accounts that you're managing, that you have in your wallet. So yeah, that you're on track what's happening. So yeah, it will have like a lot of conditional settings to how the dashboard will look to each user. This brings me back to my presentation, because I want to give you a quick look out. As I mentioned, one of them already. It's the dashboard, just mentioned. Yeah, our team currently is in refactoring and cleanup, so with, yeah, during the conference, where we're quite busy with the conference already, we're doing some cleanup on the site still. Next big topic is to finish app settings, as mentioned. Network switching has a request to be even better improved by our devs, so we're doing that. After that, and the dashboard, we're fixing names, as mentioned, to make it even, yeah, clearer, especially for new users. After that, account management, also very highly requested thing. Finally, ledger support is coming to Superhero Wallet, which will be great. After that, also very highly requested feature, we're going to look into light mode, because that's also something people seem to like. I don't know who that is. Yeah, but we will be able to switch between light and dark mode. After that, we will have a quick look at some notification things. And after that, a big topic will be multi-signature, so that you're able, yeah, to have N of N or N of M at some point, yeah, multi-signature wallets. After that, something that I'm also very excited for is the NFT management. So with the NFT standard currently being yeah, rolled out, we also want to introduce that to our wallet, so that you're able to have a preview of NFTs in there, also be able to transfer them, of course, and so on, yeah, to interact with them. So that would be part of your account screen then. Yeah, that's a lookout on our roadmap. It's still also developing, so some things are changing. We did a workshop yesterday, for example, with lots of the team members who aren't directly involved in Superhero at the time, but still use it a lot. We will also incorporate a lot of your features, so feature requests. So please, again, go to settings, to the more screen, and use the report a bug or request a feature form, and your feature might be in the roadmap, end up in the roadmap. Yeah. Again, if you haven't done it, I think I said it like 10 times now, but please download the wallet. Go ahead, use it, because we need you to use it and to tell us what you think about it, to be able to improve it. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. If you have questions, please go ahead.
So, Paolo.